What is up, you guys? My name's Hunter Ivy, and it's time for another conservative slash agnostic reacts. So, today I am not going to bring up a video on the other side to react to in this video, just let you guys know. Today I'm just going to tell you what recently happened, and this happened like 2 days ago. It was brought up on the news, and I watched it, and I gotta say, the parents have every right to sue the school. They have every right to sue the school in Colorado. So I'm gonna bring up bring up the article, and show you guys what I'm talking about here. Let me bring it up here. Okay, here it is. Alright, so here's the article right here. This is actually article, so let me go to the window here. Okay, so it says parents sue after 11-year-old girl forced to share a bed with a transgender student on a school trip. So let me say, excuse me. So let me say that again. So let me say again. Parents actually sue a school that's actually forcing their daughter to share a bed with a transgender student. Yeah, that's definitely not good news to hear. Yeah, everyone's not good news to hear what I'm noticing, because that school should have no right to force this girl to share a bed with a boy. She's 11 years old. This can start sexual assault. This can also start to make him a pervert and everything else, because from what I heard, there's been news reports where a trans girl went to a boy's dorm room and took pictures. Yeah. This is not good. Like, the girls need privacy. They need privacy indeed. I respect the fact that girls need privacy in their dorm rooms and stuff, and the same thing with boys as well. So this is just insult of privacy indeed. The fact a school is actually forcing this 11-year-old girl to share a bed with a boy who identified himself as a female. This is what I said before in my previous video, where I think it's just wrong for, like, transgender females to be in girls' locker rooms / dorm rooms / bathrooms. So yeah, I think it's just wrong for trans females to go into that kind of situation. And you wanna know why? Because a trans female is actually a male, not a female, a male. So it doesn't matter if the person uses the word trans. It doesn't really change her sex. It doesn't. It doesn't change her sex at all. And I can see why these parents are suing the school. It makes total sense. They care about the safety of their daughter. So I totally get what they're trying to do and stuff. So I understand what these parents are trying to do. It makes total sense why they're trying to sue the school. So I'm going to scroll this article so that way you can see more of it. So yeah, it says several Colorado parents are suing their local school district after an overnight school trip allegedly tried to place a transgender identified male student in a hotel room and ultimately the same bed with an 11-year-old girl. That's just horrible. That's just horrible. Indeed, in my opinion, yeah, it's horrible, because I'm not a parent, even though I do have nieces and nephews, but I do care about my nieces and nephews for safety and stuff. And I can understand these parents are trying to sue the school indeed, because they care about their daughter's safety indeed. they do care about their daughter's safety. So yeah, I can see why these parents are actually, suing the school. Indeed. Okay, so it says here that Alliance Defending Freedom, a conservative legal organization that advocates for religious liberty, filed its opening brief Wednesday in Wales v. Jefferson County Public Schools with the U.S. Court of Appeals that, excuse me, for the fourth, for the 10th Circuit on behalf of 4 families. The lawsuit alleges that the district located near Denver allows biological male students to share overnight accommodation with girl based solely on gender identity without notifying parents or seeking their consent. So this school did not let the parents know that so the school did not let the parents know that their 11-year-old girl is going to share a room with a boy. Wow, that's awful. That's just awful. The fact that the school will just lie to the parents when an overnight trip was going on. All right, let's continue reading about this. According to the complaint, the district policies violate parents' fundamental right to make decisions about the upbringing and education on their children and places students in uncomfortable or potentially unsafe situations. Yeah, that's the picture of the parents right here. I hope you can see them and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad that these parents are suing the school for this, because this is so wrong. The fact that the school will actually force their 11-year-old girl to share a bed with a boy who clearly is not a female. Yeah, this is just awful. The fact that the school will do this to an 11-year-old girl. Yeah, this is definitely not good. Definitely not good at all for the school to do. I can understand why these parents are suing the school, indeed. But I do like to hear your thoughts about this. Do you believe that the parents are doing the right thing to sue the school? I believe they're doing the right thing. Because if I had a daughter, and if she was forced in this kind of situation, I would actually sue the school. Indeed. Yeah, I would sue the school indeed for this. Or probably just, give my daughter homeschool. That's what I do. It also seems like the right thing to do as well. It seems like homeschool is actually a lot better than regular school, because I'm very disappointed with the regular schools these days. I mean, the public schools have been kind of failing, and the education's been failing and stuff, from what I notice when it comes to public schools. Yeah, they've not been doing pretty good, from what I notice. They've been too woke, and not been teaching their students very well, and giving them students that much education and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of sad the way schools have been and stuff. I'm hoping for schools to get better. Anyway. Yeah, because schools, they need better education and stuff. They need better education. They need to be better for kids, and making sure our kids actually have good careers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So I do feel for this family. I do actually understand why they're trying to sue this school. It makes total sense on why they're suing the school, indeed. So yeah, this school has no right to, you know, force this 11-year-old girl to be a roommate with this boy. Yeah, and it's in a hotel room. They're in a hotel room, and she has to share a bed with this boy. Wow. And I know I'm going to get transgenders, you know, comments in this video where I'm talking about transgenders, and basically they're going to say some comments saying like, oh, you think transgenders don't exist. Well, I hate to say this, but trans is not a real sex. It's not a real sex. It's definitely not. Just because you're trans does not mean that you're actually a gender you identify yourself as. It does not mean that. Because we all know that trans females are males and trans boys or trans guys, trans men are actually females. That's right. They are. And that is actually true science. That's actually true facts right there. Indeed. It's definitely true facts. Yeah, there's only two genders. There's only two genders. Male and female. That's it. And this is so awful. The fact that this school will just force an 11-year-old girl to share a bed with a boy who's clearly not a female. I mean, wow. It just... Yeah, this school needs to be sued. I'm glad it's being sued. So anyway, drop your comments below and see what you guys think. Do you think the parents are doing the right thing? Which I do agree that they are doing the right thing. They actually are suing this school indeed. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.